Hi everyone. So today I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of information on this car in terms of quality. Unfortunately, there have been some things that have been coming up with this car that I'm a little bit disappointed with, and I wanted just to go ahead and give you guys, an honest review of what's going on with my 2024 CX50. Now, in this case, it's not anything to bash Mazda or anything of that sort, because this is happening, unfortunately, across the board. Even my sister's RAV4, for example, is having a lot of problems as well in terms of things staying on the car, things working in the vehicle appropriately. So it's not just my vehicle. There are other vehicles out there that are having similar issues, and mine, honestly, is much more minor compared to what's been happening. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I'm going to, of course, do a garage shot so you guys can see everything in the light. And here we go. So we'll go ahead and talk about this in a little bit more in detail. In terms of this car, there are some quality issues that need to be addressed that I did not have on my 23 Mazda CX50. Granted, of course, you guys know, long story short, it was cheaper for me to actually finance a new one rather than purchase the lease because of the interest rates. So when I saw this car, I was pretty excited because it's the same one that I've already had, just with some upgrades, but unfortunately, it doesn't escape quality issues. And in fact, I'm even more upset that this one has quality issues because it's a higher trim. But the first thing we'll start off with is the B-pillars. These trims right here are a little bit misaligned. Now, granted, this may not seem like a big deal, but this is actually how it starts when you see those cars that start having peeling trims. So I made sure that the dealership knew about that, and they currently sent a claim to Mazda. Coming to the other side, it's arguably worse on this side, and I was not happy when I saw this whatsoever. So this is the one that they're really focused on, but I made sure that both of them were documented because I want them replaced if they are unable to fix it. So the next thing is the door seal. This, I was furious when I saw this. Now, granted, they were aware of this when it happened, but in this regard, this door seal is going to be replaced, and in that case, that has also been sent to Mazda. Unfortunately, last night, my driver's side speaker just decided to start getting staticky, so I have to get that replaced. This car doesn't even have 600 miles on it yet. So you guys may think that I'm a little bit frustrated and that I don't want the car. Trust me, I still love this car despite there being some oddities with it. But I am getting a little bit upset with the quality issues that are coming up on vehicles because it's really unnecessary. I know that the quality is going to go down for a while, especially after manufacturing and such picks back up. But unfortunately, it just kind of happens, and it's more upsetting when you spend a lot of money on something, especially when it's designed to be nice. This is a really freaking nice looking car. Mazda knocked it out of the park. The quality, however, is unfortunately not up to my expectations. The other thing that I noticed that actually I'm taking it in for tomorrow is the fender flare on this side is starting to separate. As you can see, it's fine up all through here. Actually, no, it's not. It's starting to separate up here too. It's fine through here, then it gaps again, then we get down, gaps again, and then gaps again. And that literally really, really upsets me because it's one of those where, why? It's one of those where, how did this not get caught in manufacturing? And people just don't care. It's one of those where you got to get the car out. So even if it's a sloppy job, you still got the car out. But I'm bringing this to Mazda tomorrow just to see what they can do about it, because I have a feeling it's an adhesive issue, but I don't know what's behind it. It's either that or it could be clips, that some of the clips were just not put in all the way. I don't know. But otherwise though, I still like the car. It's just, I'm really disappointed with some of the issues I'm having with it. But then again, too, every car that I have had has always had an issue from day one. So this is even before COVID. My 2018 Hyundai Elantra had issues. My 2020 Hyundai Tucson had issues, although the issues with that one were more just the headliner needed to have the visor replaced. And then after that, it was fine with some minor issues here and there. But yeah, this car is probably my most troublesome, at least in the little mileage that I've put on it. But Mazda, they've been working with me on fixing some of the things, so we'll see what happens. And I know it's the holidays, so it may take a while, but I freaking want that speaker fixed. Like, that's my big thing right now. So I'm gonna go to body combat, but yeah, thanks for watching. So as you can see, I mean, there are a couple things with the car, actually a few things that I'm not necessarily happy with. Now, of course, one thing I am liking is that Mazda is aware of the issue. And the dealership that I'm working with, my service advisor, for one, has been absolutely phenomenal. He has really helped me in terms of what's been going on with the car. Of course, the salesperson has also been on board with what's going on as well. So, I mean, there are like works in progress, and with the holidays, I have to expect things to take a little bit of time. But in this regard, do I dislike the car? No, not at all. I actually really like the car. I wouldn't have purchased one after leasing one if I didn't. In this case, it drives very well. It's very economical, and the mechanics of it are phenomenal. And so it's one of those where I'm just really hoping that Mazda is able to fix everything. They did tell me that they have to get approval from Mazda, but there are certain things that they can go ahead and attack. For example, like they would be able to attack the speaker, especially if it wasn't working properly. But yeah, it's one of those where I'm just a little disappointed in this car. My last Mazda CX50 did not have these quality issues. Now, there are some forums that do talk about it, and some people really go hard on it, and I'm just thinking, no, it's not worth it. It's one of those where mistakes happen. It's the fact that, you know, are they going to fix it is the key, because that's where, you know, this is going to really sway decisions in the future. But unfortunately, there's issues with every car now, and even the most expensive vehicles, you know, like things like EVs, Teslas, you know, now they're getting cheaper, but they were very expensive with a lot of quality issues as well. And unfortunately, this has to do with a lot of the pandemics. You know, it's one of those where quality control has probably gone so far down in terms of easing restrictions, in terms of restrictions and easing them, because they need to get products out. And so unfortunately, the consumer suffers, even though you're just trying to pump out products with no quality control. So that's the matter of fact of it. In this case, if you guys are interested in this car, though, honestly, I still find value in owning one. I really do like this vehicle, and I'm really hoping that this doesn't like sway decisions or anything of that sort. Just giving you an honest review of what I've noticed in this car, and there may be some things that come up in the future, but don't discredit this vehicle. It honestly is a very good vehicle, and I've actually taken this, or the last one, I actually took it a little bit off-road before I turned it in, and literally it handled so well. So the actual driving experience of this car, I will say, is unique. It's one of those where it's very comfortable. It also handles appropriately. The steering, up until November of 24, has been very heavy, which I do like, and the steering is unique in terms of its responsiveness. You don't get the type of steering in a lot of crossovers that you would get in this. So I'm just gonna say this, you know, when you look at the car, make sure you heavily inspect it. Make sure that, you know, everything that you have a concern with is documented through your dealer, so that way they can apply warranty work and go from there. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and in this respect, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, by all means, please do not hesitate to leave them in the comment section. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.